I enormously admired him for his research, but not only for his research, for his intellect, his character, his courage, his sunny optimism. And I like to say Milton was a truth missionary. I remember being with him in a taxi cab. The cab driver said some offhand remark about economics. And Milton Friedman had the cab stop, the meter running, and he devoted his time to showing the cab driver why he was wrong. We in economics know him for his consumption function that Bob mentioned, and many others, great scientific contributions. But in the world at large, he was known mainly for his public policy. Milton was a master at using so-called easy economic analysis to discuss important problems. One can't start without vouchers. That was his love. His basic idea was competition is valuable in every industry. And one of the big problems in education was we do not have enough competition. And vouchers, in his view, and I think the correct view, was a way of bringing in more competition, which would mean more innovation, greater progress in the quality of schools. It would not only be the schools that people on vouchers were attending, it would also improve the quality of the public schools that where students were attending who weren't on vouchers. Milton challenged a lot of ideas, and he suffered a lot of heat for it. He challenged Keynesian economics, that was mentioned today. He challenged ideas about exchange rates. He challenged the Social Security system. He challenged the sort of general view that free markets, they had to be really decisively regulated, that maybe central planning and socialism was much better. He suggested we have a flat tax system rather than a highly progressive system, and so on. He was a great debater. First of all, he understood their argument better than they did. So he restated the argument. And then he showed why it was flawed. That was his debating technique. No tricks, no personal attacks. As usual, with important ideas, and people have stressed that today, but I want to reiterate that. Somebody comes along with a major idea like vouchers, flexible exchange rates, privatized Social Security. You know, the world isn't ready for this idea, and it automatically gets accepted because you show that it works. It takes time. It takes events. It usually takes crises to provide the conditions for which new ideas can be introduced. And that happens in my two earlier examples on vouchers or charter schools. It happened certainly with flexible exchange rate, and happens with Social Security. Milton Friedman, to sum up, was a great teacher, an outstanding person, a major contributor to modern economics, an ingenious inventor of effective approaches to social policies, economic policies, which is I've been talking about, and he had a remarkable marriage over many decades with his beloved Rose. So there's no wonder we and others have been celebrating the 100th anniversary of his birth.